Jehoram abandoned the Lord, but Joseph remained faithful to God through every hardship.
Jehoram inherited authority by birth. Joseph received authority through God's providence and proven wisdom. Both inherited a sacred heritage, but only Joseph remained faithful to the God of his fathers. Jehoram followed the corrupt house of Ahab. Joseph embraced the covenant promises given to his family. Jehoram possessed royal power, while Joseph first possessed only his father's favor and God-given dreams. Jehoram murdered his brothers, while Joseph was betrayed and sold by his own brothers. Jehoram became the aggressor in family rivalry. Joseph became the innocent victim of jealousy. Jehoram used authority to control others. Joseph used authority to preserve countless lives. Jehoram turned people away from God. Joseph openly acknowledged God as the source of wisdom. Jehoram surrendered to corrupt influence, but Joseph fled temptation and maintained his integrity. Jehoram brought idolatry into Judah. Joseph remained faithful while living among idolaters. Jehoram answered opposition with violence. Joseph endured hostility without seeking revenge. Jehoram inflicted injustice upon others, while Joseph suffered injustice despite his innocence. Jehoram's throne concealed his corruption. Joseph's imprisonment revealed the strength of his faith. Jehoram was truthfully condemned for sin. Joseph was falsely condemned for doing what was right. And Jehoram's foolish leadership produced decline. Joseph's wisdom produced preservation and stability. Jehoram resisted God's warning. Joseph cooperated faithfully with God's revealed purpose. Jehoram corrupted his nation, while Joseph's leadership became a blessing to many nations. Jehoram lost territories through rebellion. Joseph strengthened Egypt through disciplined administration. Jehoram's rule weakened at home. Joseph became highly influential within a foreign empire. Jehoram contributed to national weakness. Joseph prepared an entire nation for economic disaster. Jehoram failed amid national crisis. Joseph guided Egypt through famine with wisdom and preparation. Jehoram possessed a crown without godly leadership. Joseph served faithfully before ever receiving power. Jehoram destroyed his family, but Joseph forgave his brothers and restored what betrayal had broken. Jehoram used power vindictively. Joseph possessed the power to punish, but chose compassion. Joseph understood that God could transform human evil into a greater saving purpose. Jehoram suffered because of rebellion. Joseph suffered faithfully before God raised him to serve others. Jehoram died in humiliating judgment. Joseph died in peace, surrounded by hope for Israel's future. Jehoram left a warning of corrupt leadership. Joseph left an example of wisdom, mercy, and faith. Jehoram endangered God's people. Joseph preserved the family through whom the covenant promises would continue. Jehoram was shaped by ungodly influence. Joseph became a godly influence within a foreign culture. Jehoram inherited position without character. Joseph preserved his character through betrayal and success. Jehoram misused inherited privilege. Joseph used hard-earned success for the good of others. Authority cannot protect rebellion from judgment, but God can transform faithful suffering into salvation.
Stay tuned for the full film, Jehoram vs. Joseph, coming soon.